Hello everyone, my name is Priya Damani and our group name is Techloggers. And today our topic is Python-based Keylogger Executable. And I would like to introduce my other group members as well, Salman, Chirag, and Leonard. So today I'll be presenting focused on offensive security techniques through the development of Python-based keylogger. Our primary goal was to create a keylogger that bypasses the window defender, showcasing the potential vulnerabilities in commonly used antivirus softwares. Second thing is that for this, we have used keylogger that converts into an executable file, and also additionally we have set up a secured server for the data storage. This has provided a vulnerabilities insight into both offensive security measurements and the importance of defensive strategies to safeguard against such threats. So the tools and technologies that we have used, first is Python libraries, second is Nutica, that we used as a compiler to convert the Python file into an executable application. Third one is the Ubuntu server, where the host environment for storing and capturing the data. Uh,
Hi everyone, my name is Chirag. So today I will be discussing about impact on individuals. So the first is loss of sensitive information. It means that the unauthorized access to personal or confidential data. Second, privacy invasion. It means intrusion into an individual personal life without consent. Third, financial loss. In this, monetary damage resulting from fraudulent activities. Next, identity theft. In this, misuse of someone's personal information for deceptive purposes. Next is compromised security. In this, breach of personal or organization safety measures. Next, emotional and psychological impact. In this, mental distress caused by cyber incidents. And the last is reputation damage, harm to one's public image or credibility. So next, moving on another slide, that is impact as an organization. In this, first I will discuss about data breaches. In this, keyloggers can result in data breaches by capturing sensitive information such as trade secrets and client data, leading to unauthorized access and financial fraud. Second, in this, the main is reputational damage. In this, such breaches can cause reputational damage, erode customer trust, and lead to legal consequences. Thank you.
So basically, the keylogger is a tool that can secretly detect whatever a victim types on his keyboard. It sends the details to a server as will be later demonstrated in our project. The attacker can therefore view every single word and detail typed by the victim. This is very critical because the attacker can have full knowledge and details of whatever information is ongoing on the victim's machine, which can lead to stealing sensitive data and also gaining access into the victim's system for further damage. Keyloggers are mostly undetected by many outdated antivirus, which makes it very hard for detection. So we come to the mitigation strategies. There are various mitigation strategies that can be employed to keep our system safe from keylogger attacks. First is antivirus and endpoint protection. Our antivirus software should always be updated to help it detect any recent forms of keyloggers and also help with real-time scanning. Also, endpoint protection of the devices and application whitelisting are key factors that can be considered. Next is layer 3 protection, network security and monitoring. Intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention systems, IDS and IPS, should be configured to help detect and prevent these attacks. Also, setting up strict firewalls will help prevent malicious traffic from getting into our network. Again, there should be a best practice of checking and reviewing system logs regularly. User awareness and training should also be taken very seriously since humans are always the weakest link in any security setup. Lastly, enforcing the principle of least privilege, implementing multi-factor authentication, and regularly updating and patching software are best practices that will help mitigate these attacks. So, in conclusion, we successfully developed a functional and stealthy keylogger, which has been tested and evaluated. Our project highlights the critical importance of adhering to ethical cybersecurity practices, even when exploring advanced technologies, and also moving forward the significant potential for further research and development to enhance security measures and address emerging threats. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Salman and I'll be showing you the step-by-step guide to our project Python Keylogger Executable. So here we can see that for us to be able to store our keystrokes in the server, we need to create a server. So that server we have created using Leonard, which is a cloud platform. Now using Leonard, we have created an Ubuntu server which has one CPU core and 1 GB of RAM, which should be sufficient for storing keystrokes. Now we have been assigned an IP address 172.105.21.210. So what we can do is in our command prompt in our host machine, we can SSH to this server. To do this, we write the command SSH and the username in this case, which is root at 172.105.21.210. So it will prompt us for the password. Now we enter the password and we are in. So in our server, we have to look for which folder is our server setup in. So we can write the command ls and we see that there is a folder here, Express Server Basic. So we need to get into this folder. To do this, we write cd and the folder name to get into the server. Now before we enable our server to listen for the keystrokes, we need to create the keylogger using Python. To do this, I have my a Windows machine here. Which has the keylogger Python file. So to demonstrate this, let me go to edit to show you the code. Here we can see that this is the Python file which acts as a keylogger. So we have used the pineput library which captures the keystrokes from the keyboard, and we have imported other libraries necessary for this task. Now the other important thing here is the IP address. So in this script you are mentioning that all the keystrokes need to be sent to this specific IP address. Now this is the IP address of our Linux server that we have created earlier, and we have also specified the port number in which the keylogger needs to send the data, which is 8080, and we have also set the time interval to 10. This states the time interval in which it will send the data to the server. So every 10 seconds a captured keystrokes will be sent to the server. Now I have also added some print commands here to show us what is exactly happening, what the keylogger is exactly doing. Now as a malicious actor, the person does not have to put these print statements for him to be able to conceal it. Now for this demonstration I have added it so that we can see exactly how this keylogger is working. Now once we have this Python file in our device, we can go to PowerShell and go to the directory in which this file exists, which is downloads. So we go to cd downloads, and then we run this command of nutka. For this we need to install nutka, which is very simple. You just have to type pip install nutka and it will download nutka for you. After we have successfully downloaded nutka, we have to use this command py-m nutka, and we have to specify the python file which we need to convert from .py to exe. So the purpose why we are converting .py to .exe is in the victim device we cannot directly run the python file, and moreover it makes the victim suspicious of the file. So what we are doing here is we are using nutka, which is a C compiler which converts Python file to an executable file using C compiling. So what it does, it converts the Python file to executable, which we can then send to the victim, and the victim just needs to double click on it for the keylogger to activate. So here in this command we have specified the file name of our Python keylogger, and we can hit enter. So once we run the command, we'll be able to see that we have a keylogger application in our downloads folder. Now this keylogger is ready for use. Now all we have to do is send this keylogger file to the victim's machine, either through social engineering or through any other method. So to demonstrate this, I'll go to the victim device, and first I'll demonstrate that Windows Defender is indeed on. So you can see that Windows Defender has virus threat protection enabled, account protection enabled, firewall network protection enabled, app and browser control all enabled. So I can go to virus and threat protection and show you that real-time protection is on, cloud delivered protection is on, automatic sample submission, tamper protection, everything is on. So Windows Defender is running properly on this device. Now all we have to do is, before we execute the keylogger here, let me open up our server here, and give it a side-by-side view. And before we execute the keylogger, we need to set our server into listening mode. To do that, we'll write the command node space server.js. So this will start an application server which will start listening on port 8080. So once we have this set up on our server, all the victim needs to do is click on the keylogger file, and keylogger starts responding. Now once everything is set up, now whatever the victim writes, so whatever the victim is writing here is transmitted to the Leonard server, and you can see we are able to see this in our Leonard server. So the other way that we can see the data is we can go to a browser and type in our server's IP address with the port number. We hit enter and we are able to see the log data. We just need to refresh this, and welcome to hacking and exploits. Now we can see that the new data is populating in our SSH. To be able to see here, we just need to refresh, and we can see that the data is populating. So that is it for our demonstration. Thank you.